The friendship that once looked unbreakable is now Meghan Markle's biggest nightmare, because after 5 years of silence, Jessica Mulroney has announced a tell-all memoir. She was not just a friend, she was the closest confidant, the wedding planner, and the secret keeper. And now she is ready to spill it all, from late-night calls and royal doubts to Netflix deals, money fights, and even the racism scandal that ended their friendship. And insiders say this 7-figure book could be the most damaging blow yet to Meghan's image, because when your best friend turns against you, they know exactly how to make the secrets hurt. Jessica has proof like texts, emails, and recordings, and Meghan is scared because this is not gossip, it is evidence. Jessica lost her career while Meghan built fame, and now with a big book deal, she is ready for revenge at the worst time for Meghan. Meghan and Harry are already struggling with failed Netflix and Spotify deals and low public support, and now Jessica has announced a tell-all book saying she waited 5 years to expose the truth about their friendship and betrayal, calling it personal revenge for being treated as the villain while her career and family suffered. Meghan panicked by deleting photos and interviews with Jessica, but fans quickly saved proof. Insiders say Meghan is in crisis mode, canceling events and hiding with lawyers while terrified of private family details being revealed. But it looks like nothing can stop Jessica. Now Jessica has made it clear to friends that no money or apology will stop her. And now Meghan fears this is bigger than just secrets, because Jessica has proof of money fights and false claims that could bring legal trouble, not just shame. Every word Jessica says feels like a weapon aimed at Meghan. She talks about unfiltered truth and setting the record straight for her kids, which makes Meghan look like she ruined her best friend's life to protect herself. Insiders say Jessica's words are sharp, careful, like someone guided by lawyers, showing this is not an emotional outburst but a long-planned strike. The timing is brutal too, hitting Meghan when her brand is already falling apart. Jessica stayed silent until she locked in a big book deal and legal backing, and now she is ready to turn years of anger into a move that makes her rich and ruins Meghan. What makes it worse is Jessica is not some random hater. She was Meghan's maid of honor, her business partner, and closest friend, so her words hit harder than any critic. She is set to expose the truth about their 2020 fallout, saying the public only saw a small part of it, and that behind the scenes, Meghan was actually guiding her on how to fight back during the racism scandal, promising support, and then abandoning her when things got ugly. Jessica says she even has proof that Meghan's team helped feed bad stories to the press while pretending to stay neutral, making Jessica the perfect scapegoat. If true, this turns Meghan's image upside down because her whole brand is about fighting racism. But Jessica claims she was thrown under the bus to protect Meghan's own reputation, and that betrayal is the heart of this book. Jessica says the real reason Meghan cut her off was not shock or morals, but because her advisors warned that keeping the friendship would damage her brand. So Jessica was tossed aside to protect Meghan's image. And what makes this brutal is her claim that she has phone recordings where Meghan said one thing in private and another in public. If those tapes are real, they could crush whatever trust people still have in her. And it gets even messier with Harry's book, because Jessica hints she saw how it was really written. She says Meghan was not just a supportive wife, she was the one steering the ship, choosing which secrets to drop and when to drop them, and even talking about using the book to get back at the royals. Jessica claims she has texts and calls proving Meghan treated Spare as a weapon, not just a memoir. And if that comes out, it could completely rewrite the story of the most controversial royal book ever. This totally clashes with Meghan's public claim that she just wanted peace and a new life in America, because Jessica is saying behind the scenes it was all money fights and power grabs, not small wedding bills, but big battles over brands, shows, and deals, where Meghan slowly cut her out and took credit for work they built together. Jessica says she has emails, contracts, and proof showing how Meghan edged her out of partnerships. And even the wedding planning drama was messy with money control and recognition. At the heart of it all, Jessica being part of Meghan's royal wedding should have been a dream come true, but instead, it turned into a nightmare of money fights and credit battles. Jessica says she was underpaid while Meghan used the wedding spotlight to grab deals and boost her own image. And the worst part is Jessica claims Meghan tapped into her client list and connections, then dumped her once she had what she needed. The memoir is expected to show jealousy too, with Meghan feeling threatened by Jessica's success back when she was the bigger name. And now, all of this could even spark legal trouble if Jessica proves broken contracts or shady business moves. No wonder the publishing world is calling this book the most dangerous royal tell-all. Since Diana's story, big publishers are low-key mad they missed this deal, while Kensington Press is rushing like crazy to push the book out fast because the hype is unreal. Insiders say the money Jessica got is wild for someone who isn't even a celeb herself, but that's what makes it scary for Meghan, since Jessica was right inside the circle, hearing the calls, joining the meetings, and seeing the family drama with her own eyes. Execs are even calling it the next Mom Dearest, because just like that book, it shows the ugly truth behind a polished image. And stores are already planning big displays and promo FOMO, because this isn't just a tell-all, it's about to become a cultural moment that could totally flip how people see Meghan. International publishers are already fighting each other for translation rights, especially in the UK, where people are split on Meghan, and insiders say this book could blow up her image worldwide. What really has the industry buzzing is that Jessica isn't staying vague. She's naming names, giving dates, sharing quotes, and even showing proof, which turns it from gossip into hard-hitting testimony. Even the title Behind the Veil, My Story of Meghan and Me, is being picked apart by marketing experts because it frames Jessica as the one lifting the mask and finally exposing the real story. The subtitle makes it clear this is Jessica telling her own story, not just retelling royal gossip, and that angle lets her focus on how she was treated while also dodging legal risks, since she's clearly working with lawyers to keep everything airtight, which makes it scarier for Meghan because it feels credible. The real impact isn't just book buzz, it's the way Meghan's camp is already panicking before a single page is out. Experts say her team might try desperate moves to block the release, but the timing is brutal. Their Netflix deal is falling apart, projects are getting cancelled, Harry's show was rejected, Meghan's series is over budget, and into all this mess comes Jessica with a tell all that could. Finish off what's left of the Sussex brand royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams said Jessica is just cashing in on Meghan's fading fame, but it looks worse because she is not only cashing in, she is speeding up the downfall. And while lawyers might throw every trick like cease letters or lawsuits, Jessica seems ready for that with strong legal backing from her publisher, and the scary part is her claim of having proof like texts, emails, maybe even recordings, which are harder to fight than rumors. Angela Levin even warned this could drag Meghan and Harry into years of court mess, draining money and making endless bad headlines. Hollywood already doubts their brand, and if this book drops, it could make them untouchable for deals. And the worst blow is that it could crush the victim image Meghan has worked so hard to sell. If Jessica proves Meghan was cold and used friends for her own gain, it blows up the story of her being only a victim of royals. And yeah, even though lawyers may try to fight back, Jessica looks ready for battle, and she picked the perfect time when Meghan is already weak and the internet went wild the second the book was announced, with hashtags blowing up and Twitter turning into a war zone with Team Jessica and Team Meghan fighting hard. Jessica's side is posting old photos and posts showing how close they were before Meghan cut her off, calling her brave for finally speaking out, while Meghan's fans clap back saying Jessica ruined herself and Meghan was smart to walk away after her scandals. The hashtag Meghan was right is going head-to-head with Jessica tells all, and the internet looks like a giant battlefield where millions of people are taking sides and dropping comments, likes, and reposts every second. And the worst part for Meghan is that so many powerful voices from the fashion world, celebrities who knew both women and even royal commentators, are openly standing with Jessica instead of her. And this is flipping the whole story upside down, because now people are starting to see Jessica not as the bad guy, but as the one who was used and pushed aside during Meghan's climb to the top. And Instagram is packed with comparison posts where fans put screenshots of old sweet posts Meghan made about Jessica next to the way she erased her completely later, and the reaction is brutal, with comment sections calling Meghan fake, sneaky, and selfish. And the fact that she tried to delete her digital history is blowing up right in her face. And on TikTok, the chaos is even bigger, with endless videos digging deep into their friendship timeline, analyzing every photo, every post, every rumor, and even younger people who never cared about royal drama before are now hooked and joining the fight, making theories and jokes while tearing into Meghan's image even more. And people online keep saying that Meghan used Jessica for clout and then tossed her aside the second she became a problem. And what makes it even worse is how global the backlash has gotten, and users are dragging Meghan non-stop, saying this just proves they were right to be suspicious of her from day one in Canada, where people actually knew Jessica before all the royal drama fans are defending her hard, saying she had her own career, her own name, and Meghan basically ruined it by pulling her into this mess. And now the conversation has grown bigger than just two ex-friends. People are bringing up all the other names of friends and allies who got close to Meghan only to be cut off later, and they are painting her as someone who climbs higher by stepping on everyone around her. This online war isn't just gossip anymore. It's crushing Meghan's image, her brand deals, and her chances in Hollywood, while giving Jessica a second life in the spotlight. And the betrayal stings more than any fight with the royals, because Jessica knew her before the fame, for the title, for the whole Duchess image. She wasn't just a friend, she was like the keeper of receipts, and now she is using them. She was the one who stood by Meghan before the fame, before the royal titles, for the Hollywood spotlight, and now she is stepping forward, ready to tell the world what that journey really cost. And the timing could not be worse for Meghan, because just when she and Harry are scrambling to fix their broken Hollywood dreams, here comes Jessica with a story that cuts straight to the heart. This is not about royal rules or tabloids, this is about Meghan's real character. And Jessica is in the most dangerous position because she knows knows everything. She saw the late-night calls, the secret plans, the deals being made, and the friendships being broken. If Jessica can prove Meghan used people as stepping stones, dropped them when she was done, and crafted an image of victimhood just to build her brand, then everything Meghan has worked for since leaving the palace crumbles away. The Netflix deals, the podcasts, the lifestyle branding, all of it rests on her being seen as honest and authentic. But if the memoir paints her as cold, manipulative, and ruthless, then the very foundation of her empire cracks. The seven-figure book deal means Jessica has the money, the lawyers, and the backing to go all the way, and every move Meghan makes to silence her just adds fuel to the fire because it makes people believe she really has something to hide. For Meghan, this is not just bad press. This is the ultimate humiliation, because it is one thing to be attacked by the royals or the media, but when your closest friend turns into your worst enemy, it shows the world really are behind the carefully polished image, and no palace or PR team can save you from that.